Kaylee with Movie Guide, and we're here at the 32nd Annual Movieguide Awards. So come with us as we talk to the stars and the nominees.
I love this award show. It's always so much fun. I love the people that are here. I love to see the performances. And it's just great to represent family movies and television. That's the best part about this whole show.
Yeah. Now, you are a Movie Guide viewer, just fan favorite. Like, we can't get enough of you, whether you produce, direct, star in. How do you choose what projects to make?
As a producer, I'm always looking for scripts that grab me as a viewer, that take me on a journey, that I feel something from them and maybe even learn something. And so two of the movies that we have nominated tonight are beautiful stories. Unsung Hero, which is based on a true story. I'm so proud of this film. And then a great Christmas movie, A Christmas Less Traveled. And those are, finding Christmas scripts are always like unique. And I look for very specific things in those. So hopefully, you pick the right one and you make a great movie and people love it.
Your movies, they always have like faith and family incorporated in them, which I love. What do you think the importance is of having that representation on the screen?
Well, I love it. As a woman of faith, I want to see stories that are brought to life that are meaningful and faith forward. And I love that. I think more and more they have been so not only embraced but wanted and desired by the viewers. And so a place like Movie Guide Awards to celebrate movies of faith is just incredible, and I love it. So yeah, I'm going to keep making them.
And last question would be, we've been asking everyone on the carpet, Movie Guide Award, we know that movies and TV shows impact people so much. What movie or show impacted you the most in your whole life?
In my whole life? Oh my goodness. This is a weird question. Now I'm thinking of all the 80s sitcoms that I watched, 70s one.
I will say Full House was someone's answer, so.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. It probably impacted my life the most, Full House. But, like growing up, Happy Days was one of my favorite shows. I don't even know if you know what that one is, but I just loved it. It was with the Fonz, and it was so great. But there's so many great movies. Probably The Wizard of Oz has been my all-time favorite, and that's just a beautiful story.
Is this your first Movie Guide Award?
No, second. Yeah, they brought me back. I flipped a table last year. They were okay with that. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do that.
What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Just the people. Just hanging out with people. There's people I haven't seen in a long time, people I'm going to meet for the first time, and that to me is number one, just hanging out with people and shaking hands, saying hi.
So here at Movie Guys, we know that movies have such a huge impact on people, movies and TV shows. What movie or TV show would you say impacted you the most in this last year?
Whoa, that's a deep question, because I'm often challenged by that question. I ask myself, I'm a father as well, and so I ask myself, what do I remember in the last year that actually impacted me? And it might sound a little self-centered because I was a part of the project, but I was in a feature film called Homestead for Angel Studios, and we also have a series now that's starting to roll out. And to me, that was very impactful because not only playing an ex-Green Beret in it, but also just the topics that we bring up are very valid for today. It's like, well, what do you do if kind of everything starts to fall apart, right? The power grid goes down, the internet goes out, you can't get food the way you want to get it. How do you respond, right? How do you take care of your neighbors? Do you love them? Do you let them in? Do you keep them out? All these questions that I have as an individual come up in this project. So that's my longer-winded answer to that.
That's a perfect answer. That's a great answer. I know you mentioned that you're a father. How has fatherhood really impacted the way, you choose movies, which ones to make, which ones you pass on?
I'm at a great time with my kids right now, where they're all old enough now that I'm like, okay, we're watching Braveheart. Okay, now we're watching Gladiator. We're watching Back to the Future, and we can watch all these movies that I grew up, really appreciating. And it also impacts me as an actor, because what I think is if you have a dream and you hang on to it so tight and it's the only thing you're living for, you're eventually going to choke it and it's going to die. But if you find someone to love, if you find someone to serve, whether that's your spouse or your children or somewhere where you serve in the community, maybe you help out at your church, maybe you help out at a school, whatever that is, if you serve and love someone else, your heart's then filled up. And then when you go and you actually start to act on set and perform and bring characters to life, now you have something to work with and you have something to pull from. Because if it's your everything, it's like all you see. It's like, oh, my dream, everything's my dream. And then you start missing people. And so that's my big encouragement to everybody, is just go find someone else to love and support and serve, because that's where you actually find who you really are. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned Homestead, and there's a huge following for Homestead. People love it. Was there a story about a fan that, talked about how Homestead impacted them that really sticks out to you?
Yeah, well, you got a good memory. And I was like, how do you remember all this stuff? You've been looking things up. Yes, I've had a number of times where veterans have come up to me after screenings and kind of pulled me off to the side and just had a personal moment with me where they were like, hey, I just want to let you know that, I had a really good friend and we served together, and he committed suicide about 5 months after we came home. And it's stories like that really impact me, because you don't always know how much a performance can touch somebody's heart. And yet that's also why I do this, because I've come to realize that sitting in a movie theater, it doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom or a plumber or a doctor or an actor, whether you're rich or poor, it doesn't matter your political standing. One single movie can pull all of our hearts together, and we can go somewhere together. And so that's just a really beautiful thing. And so I've been really touched and blessed by many veterans who have come and just said, hey, you helped me relive some memories, and you helped me connect to some times that are gone. And I never saw that coming. So it's both emotional and it's a blessing.
What are you hoping to see more of in movies and TV shows in the future?
Yes.
And you can say your own, because the people need to know.
I mean, I've already mentioned Homestead, because, it's just you don't always get to work on a project that you watch it and you feel like you're not even in it. Like, I feel like I'm just watching someone else's series, and I'm caught up in it. I'm like, what? Don't go there. Don't do that. No, please. And it's like, and I'm so caught up in it. And it's because there's themes that just really matter. And
thanks, man.
Well, that gets me. But I would love to see more projects of people just being really honest and making the stories they want to make. And hopefully not make a movie just because it fits into a system, but make a movie because you're passionate and you want to make that film. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy everything about tonight. We have a good show ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was like, should I crash it?
I was like,
oh, you could have crashed it.
I was going to, but I...
Were you doing this behind me? What was she doing?
Yeah.
That's what I...
highly intelligent. I should not. I'll just stand over here.
I know.
Yeah.
For once, I might have had something good to say. Anyway, welcome to Movie Guide.
Thank you so much.
This is Jen Lilley, everybody. I
This is
just
Jesse
want to
Hutch,
introduce you
everyone.
to the Movie Guide Awards.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'll let her take it
It's
away.
my first time here.
Yeah, right.
This is your first time?
My first time.
I was about to say, wait.
Hosted before.
I was about to say, I love coming to the Movie Guides. I can't believe they let me in every year. I was excited. I'm presenting the Grace Award tonight, which I'm so thrilled about. I have all the nominees are my friends, so no matter who wins, I'm just gonna be on the side with the pom-poms. Yeah, I'm so excited.
So you're a Movie Guide veteran. What do you love about Movie Guide so much?
I love celebrating uplifting, wholesome content. And there's so many wonderful programs that we're celebrating tonight, and every single one of them is just an incredible movie. I think they do things with high caliber, and I love that when we're talking about wholesome entertainment, which we know is the #1 seller, and I appreciate that we're actually bringing the truth to that. Yes, but it's not only that these are movies that sell, they're very elevated movies that motivate and inspire, and I think that we need more of that. We need more unity. We need more just stories of redemption and hope in our country. And so I'm just always so honored to be at the Movie Guide Awards and to be part of them. I think it's a wonderful program.
Amazing. Yeah. So, at Movie Guide, we know that movies and TV shows have a huge impact on people. I've been asking everyone on the carpet, what is a movie or TV show that has really impacted you?
Oh my goodness.
We can do two-parter. This past year and of all time.
Oh my goodness. Okay, of all time, Full House, because I'm a 90s kid, and I learned so many life lessons from Full House. And then this year, girl, I have 4 kids and I am producing movies, so I haven't had time to watch anything. There's a bunch I want to watch, but nothing I've seen yet. I need to watch all the nominations. Tonight I was looking at the list and I was like, I haven't even seen all of these, but I've seen many of them, and I'm just so excited about all of the wonderful programs that we're celebrating tonight.
Yeah. The nominees list is a good place to start. You can just look and see.
Oh my goodness. Can we talk about Sound of Hope, Possum Trot? Listen, I thought that was the perfect movie, and I am a little biased because I'm a foster and adoptive parent, but I thought that movie was so wonderfully shot and edited. I thought the music was perfect. I thought the editing was perfect. I thought the acting was perfect. I thought the writing was perfect. I thought every single scene stood alone. I don't know if they're going to win tonight. There's many of my friends in the same category, but I really want to see that one win just because I think they did such a beautiful job highlighting the reality of foster care and the reality of what foster care looks like when you bring Jesus into the story. So I hope they win, but we'll see.
Now, filmmakers like yourself have done an incredible job with the uplifting movies and just beautiful, beautiful story. What are you hoping to see more of in movies in this next year?
I hope to see more redemptive stories where we actually, I'm going to cry, where we actually explore the mess. Because I think that Jesus is so amazing, and the Bible is such a messy story, and it's just so amazing that we serve a God that runs toward brokenness. And so I hope that there's more brokenness and more mess that's shown so that people that maybe don't know Jesus yet understand that there is no pit so deep that you would ever find yourself in that his love cannot find you still. So I hope there's more of that, more redemption stories where it just looks hopeless and then you just see the hand of God step in.
Something really, really fun is I read all of these books in high school. So when I saw they were making a TV show, I was like, I have to do this. I just absolutely have to. So I ended up booking my favorite character. And so Ashley has been so fun because people come up to me all the time and they're like, thank you for portraying Ashley. And I think one of my favorite things is Ashley, she has a hard journey and people see themselves in her a lot, see the struggle, and they see her wrestling with God. And I think that's something we can all relate to, is like faith isn't cookie cutter. Like it isn't something that's just like, oh, I know how to follow God. Like she really wrestles with God, and it makes her story of redemption so much more beautiful because she gets in the fight, she doesn't give up. And I think people can see themselves in Ashley, and that's my favorite part.
That's amazing. So at Movie Guide, we know how much movies and TV shows impact people. From the last year, what would you say was the most impactful movie or TV show that you've seen?
Oh,
on you.
Can I say the backstories? I'm just kidding.
I mean, you absolutely can.
Impactful movie or TV show that I've seen. Oh my word. Do I have to say one that's been nominated? I feel like I'm breaking the rules. Gosh, one of my favorite was All the Light We Cannot See. I don't know if you remember that one, but it was just, oh my word, I just felt like it was like a story of resilience and just this girl that kind of defied the odds, and it was so wholesome and so redemptive. And my hope for projects is just whatever it looks like to see just redemption in any form, just see redemption. And sometimes it's more up front, and then sometimes it's more kind of woven into the story. And those are my favorite kind of projects to be a part of and watch. So I think I'm excited for all these filmmakers and what everybody's doing because it's making a difference. It really is making an impact. So,
can you tell us about your movie?
Yes. Well, it's a Christmas movie. It's called A Christmas Less Traveled, starring Candace, Bure. And do you want to say what it's about?
Yeah, so basically it's really a story between a father and a daughter, and he kind of has a lot of stuff that he never told her, and we were kind of playing on that aspect of sometimes, generationally people don't share what God's taught them and what God's done in their life, and it's like, what if we cracked open that vulnerability, and what would it be like for a father to really pour into his daughter and say here's what I've learned. And but there's kind of a mystery she's trying to figure out through a road trip of kind of what this other life her dad had and how he came to faith. And it's really beautiful. And you're kind of peeling back the layers the whole time you're watching it, I would say.
We tried to really break the mold of, we love all Christmas movies, but we tried to do something different. It has a road trip element to it that's different, and bringing that mystery and heart. And it's a lot about learning about forgiveness. So it means a lot to us. We poured our heart into it, and we're just really excited that people have loved it and have taken away so much from it. And the messages we've gotten have been incredible. So
yeah, and earlier you asked about messages. I think we've gotten so many of people saying, hey, I watched this movie, and then I called someone that I needed to forgive.
Yeah.
And it's a mom or a family member, and they're like, my whole life has changed.
And we cry at every comment. I mean, every single comment. That's really what
But
makes
like, if
doing
God
this
can
matter.
use a Christmas movie, like, God uses any avenue to reach people, and we're like, how cool that God can do that, you know? So we're like just kind of embracing every story we do with that lens of, yeah.
So here at Movie Guide, I mean, we love that story. We obviously love your movie, and we want to see more movies that uplift people just like the ones that you wrote. Is there plans to write any more movies in the future?
Of course. Yes.
We have a lot.
Yes, we have quite a few things with Great American Family in the works. We have something that we can't quite talk about too much, but we're doing something with Roma Downey that we're producing and developing with her. So we really have a lot that we're excited about that have this redemptive theme throughout it, and that's what we want to do with our careers. So, yeah.
So Movie Guide, we know that movies and TV shows have a huge impact on people. What is a movie that impacted you the most, would you say?
In life, in general?
In general.
I said All the Light We Cannot See. It was one of my favorites.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like probably everyone says what I'm about to say, but I saw. Oh, you do?
I know what you're going to say.
Really?
Are you going to say The Chosen?
No.
Oh,
No.
I kind of retract my answer and want to say The Chosen.
No, I love The Chosen. I'm in season 4 of The Chosen. I love The Chosen. And yes, that does. I was actually going to say I saw Passion of the Christ when it came to theaters when I was young, and I remember sobbing and just like it impacted me like no other movie, seeing Jesus on the cross that way. So I would say that at such a young age to see that, my parents wanted to take me to see it because of that, to understand just how real it was, and so I would say that. But since then, there's been many other movies too. But yeah,
that's definitely one of the top.
And I'm
Actually,
excited
maybe
for
the top.
second one.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm excited for them to do the second one. I think they're.
I know.
I know.
Very excited.
I guess I'm looking most forward to being around the people that I know and love from work and making these great projects, and also celebrating like beautiful television and film that promotes like virtue and good stuff in the world, and positivity and love and compassion and kindness and respect and faith. Like to me, that gives me energy.
Why do you think it's important to have those representations up on the big screen and TV?
Well, I think I think we need a lot of everything. Like people love, the horror genre, and people love the whatever genre, suspense. And I think people are loving this because this is something, well, obviously there's a lot of reasons why it's important. There's the reasons why it's important. We can learn from it, we can grow from it, and there's lessons in every movie and every series. But also, it's a beautiful, peaceful, kind escape for people so that they can watch their movies and television shows and know with their kids and stuff that it's only going to be good quality, virtuous stuff.
At Movie Guide, we know that movies and TV shows have a huge impact on people. What movie would you say had the biggest impact on you, maybe growing up and in this past year?
That's a tough one, man. You got to prep me for that. Growing up.
You could just say it.
All right, here we go. It just came to my mind, so I don't know if it's real.
Okay.
But it's not growing up because it's been more recent. But I feel like a movie like Forrest Gump. Wait for it. I know we got Gary Sinise here, but there's something so naive and kind and simple and virtuous about that character. It's very inspiring. And so that's a beautiful. I don't know why that came to my head, but I'm going to go with that one.
What are you hoping to see more of from movies coming out in this next year?
More of what we're celebrating tonight. More positivity. I don't want people, like what I'm hoping is that you don't bang people over the head with it. It just is like, well, it's kind of like, you can go as far back as like a Star Wars. It's like good versus evil. It's like making the choice that will benefit others and be the good choice, or like, which is not oftentimes the hard choice, or the easy choice, which is just to kind of like take the shortcut or hurt somebody or whatever. And I think there's just more, I would love more influence to like teach people to like making choices based out of love, based out of compassion, based out of kindness and generosity and respect and selflessness is the way to go.
What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Oh, goodness. So my castmate, Julia Reilly, is up for tonight, and she's just, she's amazing. She's beautiful. I love her. I'm excited for that award, I think. But yeah.
So, Movie Guide, we know how much movies and TV shows impact people. What movie or TV show in the last year would you say had the biggest impact on you?
Oh, that's such a great question. I really loved Unsung Hero. I think everything about what it stands for and just the journey of the family, I don't know, that was just one that really touched my heart a lot this year. I really loved that.
What are you hoping to see more from in movies in the future?
Ooh, that's a good question. So I love when they marry the family friendliness, but with a really good message that's grounded in faith. I think, especially in Hollywood, if we had eyes like Jesus did, and if people really saw people like Jesus did, it would change everything, right? It would absolutely change the world. And so when we start to see that in movies and we start to see that reflected in movies, in the character arcs and story arcs, it just makes such a difference for entertainment. And so that's why I love the Movie Guides Award so much, because this is exactly what we're doing here,
Is this your first Movie Guide Award?
Dude, this is my first all of this. I'm looking at everyone here. I would waste time when I should have been studying, looking at actors I love doing stuff like this. This is wild. Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to tonight?
I'm looking forward to seeing my friend Julia Reilly take home a trophy for County Rescue. She's poured a lot of hard work into this, and I'm really proud of the show. I'm really proud of to be here representing, along with her, the work that all of us have been doing on this, and our dear friend Keller Fornes.
Absolutely. Now, we've been talking about how much movies and TV shows have such impact on people. What movie or TV show would you say impacted you the most, and how?
Ooh, okay. Nothing has hit me since I was a kid, and I watched You Can Count on Me. It's a film with Mark Ruffalo and Laura Linney by Kenny Lonergan. And when I saw that, I knew that was acting, and that's what I wanted to do. And I'm doing it now. I'm here repping it now with my best friend in the world since before this show. That's the star. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm grateful.
This is my second Movie Guide Awards. Yes, I got to come here last year too and present, and I was honestly kind of terrified because I didn't know anyone, but this year's so special and lots of friends, and so I'm so happy to be back.
What are you most looking forward to tonight?
I don't know. Honestly, just catching up with some friends I haven't seen in a while and celebrating these projects, and it's going to be a great night. I'm really looking forward to it.
So we've been talking about how much movies and TV shows impact people. What movie or TV show would you say impacted you the most?
All right, this is me taking an answer, but I'm going to say County Rescue.
Yes.
The show I got to work on, and we have season 2 coming out soon. Truly because that experience and the people involved have impacted me tremendously, and I'm so grateful for all of them and that whole experience.
That's beautiful, and that one, it shows, it highlights first responders.
Absolutely, it's an honor to get to portray a first responder, and I know I speak for all of our cast when I say we just have so much respect and admiration for the work they're doing, and so thank you to all the first responders who have been putting their lives on the line day in, day out, especially for this beautiful city too.
What are you hoping to see more of in movies and TV shows coming up in this next year?
Well, I'm really excited that the movies celebrated tonight have such positive and uplifting aspects to all of them. A lot of family and a lot of faith. I think we need more of it in the world, and so I feel really grateful to get to make this kind of content, and I hope to see just more of that continue to grow and make it more into the mainstream, especially as we keep going on. So yeah.
Now, is this your first Movie Guide Awards?
It is. It's my first time. I'm so excited. I'm presenting this evening for Best Actress, and I'm here to promote my new show.
Can you talk about your new show? I know your new show, but can we talk about
it? Yeah. So I play Nora in When Hope Calls Season 2 on Great American Family and Great American Pure Flix, which is premiering on April 3rd. And I'm excited. My character joins the show this season. I'm leading the show, and it's, leaves the big city, comes to the small town, and is looking for family that she didn't know she had. And by finding her family, she also creates a new family in the city, and it's a really beautiful story about romance. There's some cowboys in there, horses, drama, these really cute kids in the orphanage, and it's a beautiful story. I'm really grateful to be a part of it. And it takes place in the 1920s, which is really cool to be a part of a period piece as well.
What was your favorite part about filming that show?
Well, the cast and crew was truly top-notch. I can't say enough great things about working. We shot the show in North Bay, Canada, and I'm Canadian originally, and so that was a dream. But also getting to work with my co-star Christopher Russell again. We've done 4 movies together prior to this show. So it was like getting to work, speaking of family, like getting to work with my family, you know. He's just like such a great friend of mine. We have such great chemistry, and we just really enjoy working together. And any chance you get to work with one of your friends, I mean, that's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the dream right there. Now, When the Hope Calls, there's such a big emphasis on family in that show. How important would you say it is to have representation of that in movies and TV shows?
Oh, I think family is everything, whether it's, you know, the family you're born into or your friends or, you know, people you just call family is so, so important. And that representation, you know, the fact that you can watch a show with everyone and anyone in your family is everything. And, you know, knowing that I can share my projects with, you know, our family and their kids and my friends means everything to me.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Now, Movie Guide, we know that movies and TV shows have a huge impact on people. What movie or TV show would you say had the biggest impact on you?
There are so many shows, but I think one show growing up was Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit older. But yeah, Dawson's Creek was a great show. I just love the way the language is spoken. I feel like I learned a lot of new words while watching that show because it was so elevated. And yeah, you know, the trials and tribulations of being a teenager, and that was just important. You know, sometimes you want to have something you can relate to. And this year, I've been watching The English Teacher, which is really good. And yeah, I don't know, there's so many shows. I'm constantly watching shows and movies, and I mostly really love to watch things that feel good. I like to stay away from anything that doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. What are you hoping to see more from in movies this next coming year?
Oh, just more inspiring stories about integrity, about honesty, truth, faith, and yeah, freedom. I think that that's a really important thing, and people, you know, just finding their passions and their love and connection. I think connection is a huge thing, whether it's a show connecting you to your family, whether it's a show that inspires that for you to want more of that, I think is just, yeah, these are the fundamentals of life that I think we're all kind of finding our way back to.
We're excited to be represented here with the film A Little Woman's Christmas.
Yes!
Nominated.
Nominated. Is this your first Movie Guide Awards?
This actually, I got a fun story. So I'm also a singer, recording artist, gospel recording artist. I performed at the Movie Guide Awards like 10 years ago with the Jonas Brothers.
We have that clip. We'll have to find that and pull that out.
Way back, yeah. So it's good to be back.
Amazing.
In a different way, you know? Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to tonight?
Well, you know, I'm actually looking forward to hearing all the nominees, looking forward to whatever music. I don't know if we have music tonight.
We have music.
I'm looking forward to the music.
We have music, we have food, we have a good time tonight.
Nice. I'm looking forward to all of it. It's going to be fun. And I'm really glad to see that the Movie Guide Awards is still growing and growing. So that's a real good blessing. I love that.
So here at Movie Guide Awards, we know that movies and TV shows have a huge impact on people. What movie or TV show that's come out would you say had the biggest impact on you, and how? I know, lightweight question.
That's a tough one. Yeah. If I had to be totally honest with you, there's a TV show called Shrinks, I think it's called. That show is really, really impressing me because I originally thought I was going to be a psychologist. So I think it's good that we're having dialogue that helps us deal with the mental health of people today. So I would say that one for right now.
That's amazing.
Blank, but that's the only one I can think of.
No, that's a good one. So, I mean, with the background of wanting to be in psychology, has that had an effect on what movies you choose to write or, you know, produce or star in, you know, to make?
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, you know, our eyes are our window. So what we see, what we hear, what we watch, that affects our mental psyche. Even before we go to bed, when we wake up in the morning, our children, how we are inspired to live or to dream big. You know, this is a huge thing. So yes, without question, that really, really has an impression on me as far as in where I'm trying to go with my life, because whatever you see is what you're going to go after. Yeah.
Now, many people loved A Little Women's Christmas. What's your favorite fan story that you've heard from Little Women's Christmas?
I got a story from someone that told me they were very big fans of the book, and I felt like, oh boy, I better not ruin this. It's a modern take, it's completely different. But they said that they actually liked it better than the book, and that was like one of the greatest things to ever hear. And I'm like, there's no way. And I was like, what did you love the most? And they said, well, it's this come together of the characters, but the modern take at Christmas and the faith side that it's never had before. So it's a different look.
Thanks for joining us. If you're interested in any of the movies that we talked about and want to see if it's the right movie for you, go check out our review on movieguide.org. And as always, catch you on the next one.
If you enjoy videos that follow your values like ours and you want to help us continue, go to movieguide.org/donate, because we're actually a nonprofit. You may not know that, but we're working in Hollywood every day to help families have more choices that follows their values. And also subscribe right now.